And though my love is real, and though my love is true, I'm like a bird, I wanna fly away. I don't know where my home is, I don't know where my soul is. Baby, all I need to know is I'm like a bird, I gotta fly away. That's a song that I'm channeling here. I've never sang on camera before, so this is really fun for me. I'm sitting here in the woods. By the way, hi, I'm Stephanie. I'm here with another video. Welcome to my channel. I'm here sitting in the redwoods watching the birds fly around me, and I'm feeling like a love message is coming through. I've never done a love message before, so this is going to be cool. Though my love is real and though my love is true. So I'm feeling already that this is a message for someone who's had to let go of someone they've loved, or someone who loves someone who is in separation from them in some way. Not in a painful way. This is not going to be for everyone. This is not going to be someone who has done you wrong a million times and is coming back around. This could be someone who, maybe you met and the time wasn't right, or maybe you were kids and life took you on different paths. Maybe they were a friend only and you never had a chance to express your true feelings for them. Or maybe it's someone who you haven't met yet and you've been searching and waiting and praying for love to come into your life. But waiting is stagnancy, and waiting is never the right choice for yourself. What's the expression? If you love someone, set them free, and if they come back, they're yours. So I think this message that's coming through is going to resonate with people who are waiting for love to come in. A peaceful love, a beautiful, fresh, new love. Again, not for everyone, not for those who have had, karmic past with someone. This is not going to be a message saying forgive them again and again. This is not going to be a message saying take what is offered if it's less than what you feel you deserve. This is a true love. This is a pure love, a divine union. And I'm smiling. Like, I feel joy in my heart. I feel like it's floating. It's floating right above your head, and you can almost feel it, but it hasn't landed yet. And maybe it's because it hasn't come in at all, or maybe it's an idea of someone, masculine or feminine, doesn't matter, but someone that you've held in your hands or in your heart, or in the hypothetical, what if I was with this person, or what if this type of person existed? I'm thinking again of Cinderella and how she sang to the birds and fantasized about meeting not even another person. It could be your own self. She wanted to become a version of herself that was free to sing and free to experience love and life and joy without limitation, and to be set free. So that's what I have to start with. So I've got the tarot deck out here, and I will be seeing if I can get any more messages or any more clarifications on who this message is for, and what you need to know in terms of looking for that love, or letting it go, as it might be. My love is real, my love is true, but I'm like a bird, I have to fly away. It doesn't feel sad. The song doesn't feel sad, and the feeling that I'm getting doesn't feel sad. It feels blissful. It feels peaceful. It feels like surrender to the knowing that, again, if the bird comes back, then you know it's by choice, it's by free will, and you know that it's meant for you. So here we go. The Magician. So this card is about stepping into your own power, manifesting the reality that you want. Miracles. A blue card just drove by. I'm having a very blue themed truth speaking day. So that's the truth, that maybe someone here is manifesting a new relationship, a new beginning, or even a new lease on their own life, a new falling in love with themselves. And this is the most important thing, to be honest. It's not ever in the other. Nothing that we need or want or desire is ever found in the other until it has first been found in the self. So if you are waiting for love to come in, if you are single, if you're alone in a sense, not lonely but alone, that's the only state where this new beginning energy can come in. It comes into someone who is empty of expectation, who doesn't grip tightly, smothering the bird just to hold it. Um, Letting go peacefully and allowing what is meant for you to come naturally. Let's see if there's another message here. So I've got a few cards here. So first is the Six of Swords. This is about leaving something behind, letting go, in a sense. Looking for calmer waters. The number 55 is here, which represents change. Um, change is not always easy. In fact, it might always be hard. And the decision to leave something behind, something that's not serving you or something that's not meeting your needs, which could be a person, it could be a relationship, it could be family dynamic, it could even be the fantasies that we hold onto in our own heart and mind, the expectations we have of someone's going to come and riding in on horseback like a fairy tale, someone's going to rescue me, someone is going to come to me. Once we realize that the energy of wishing for something so badly actually repels that thing from us. This is, the laws of attraction and magnetism. You realize that you have to let it go, because the only way to know for sure if your love is real and if your love is true is if you have been first able to spread your wings and fly, whether this is you or whether this is, another person. Finding freedom in your own self first, finding your own independence, leaving behind limiting beliefs, leaving behind toxic relationships or toxic patterns or outdated story templates, and realizing that you can make it on your own. You can, pack up your things and sail off to new waters without, jumping from, let's say, one job to the next, or one stable seeming thing to the next, one partner to the next. Because then you have had that chance to spread your wings and fly. And that's the only way you too will be able to recognize when you want or need or love someone in the truest way, right? Like if you are holding on to something because it's familiar and because it's safe, that's what I have here. Next is the World in reverse. So this feels like, moving away from something that you thought was going to be your happily ever after. Whether, again, that's a person, a family, a job, whatever it is. Moving away from something that you thought was it, or that you thought was all that there was. The Hermit is the next one here. And in reverse, this has to do with isolation and withdrawal and sadness. Of course, it's challenging. It's challenging to get in that boat and to row away from something that was familiar or that was stable or that you put a lot of time and energy into building, whatever capacity that might be for you. But let's say, again, for example, it's a job. You've been at this job that didn't live up to your expectations. It didn't take you to that feeling of success and standing on top of the world that you hoped that it would. And you have started to feel like the feeling of your soul being sucked, because the Hermit is meant to be someone who's reflective, who is enlightened, who understands what they want from life, what they see in their future, where they're going. And being in the wrong place causes confusion, it causes heartache and pain. And in many cases, a lot of us, myself included, have fallen into the pattern of believing that whatever is in front of us is as good as it's going to get. Um, and it's easier sometimes to convince ourselves that true love or true happiness or true passion in your career or true, you know, support from your family or whatever it is, that those true love feelings, it's easier to believe that we invented that those things aren't even real than it is to just acknowledge that where we are is not living up to that standard that we have. And this is big. The world is big. The world is huge. It's something that you've put a lot of time into. It could be, a career that you've worked at for years. It could be a partner that you've had for years. It could be your family, your home, childhood family that you feel a certain obligation to continue relationships with despite whatever might have happened, because of the time invested, because of the shaking of the foundation of your whole world. If and when you're brave enough to admit to yourself, there's another blue car, if and when you're brave enough to admit to yourself that it isn't fulfilling you anymore, getting in this boat and leaving this behind is the hardest thing of all. But remember that the hermit is meant to be your relationship with your own self and your goals for the future. How long can you abandon yourself for the sake of something, someone, someplace that is an inverted, backwards, or just unfulfilling situation compared to what your heart is truly telling you, that you want and that you deserve? But here's the good news, is that if you are brave enough to get in that boat and sail away from these toxic, negative, disappointing things, this is what is coming in behind, is the Ace of Cups. It's a new beginning. It's a new emotional beginning, a new romantic beginning, whether this is with yourself, hopefully primarily, or at least first with yourself. Recognizing that you can only pour from a cup that is overflowing. And if your energy is being drained by people who don't love you back, or family that lets you down, or a job that drains your passion and your soul right out of you, then you'll be depleted, and then there's nothing for you and there's nothing for you to give. It doesn't serve anyone. The only way to be full in your own self and to have anything to share with the world is if you focus on yourself first. Now, of course, the Ace of Cups does also talk about a new beginning in love, in romance, if that's something that you've been waiting for, hoping for, or manifesting. Remember, the Magician, the Master Manifester, came out at the beginning of the reading. So again, this is not a negative energy. The song that came through is uplifting in a sense, and I feel that this is a positive energy. This is not, whoever I'm reading for today is not someone who is wallowing, in this inverted energy. It's someone who has made the tough decision. The change is upon you, and you've made the tough decision to get in the boat, to pack up, your meager possessions, such as they are, and to move forward without looking back, confident that what you are heading towards is going to be the new beginning that you've been searching for, whether in love, whether it's passion in your career, whether it's finding a new supportive community. Romance specifically is coming through, so I will say that for sure. Be brave. You've done the hardest thing already, which is choosing yourself, admitting to yourself that whatever this is for you, this is not all there is. This is not good enough. I'm not content to stay in this place of turmoil and upside down, unfulfilled, lost in the dark, withdrawn state of sadness. It's not how it's meant to feel. It's not how it's meant to be. And only when you spread your own wings will you be able to fly to a place. And sometimes it could I'm not saying it is, I'm not saying it should be, and this is up to you to decide. Of course, it's your own choice and your own life and your own intuition. But even if you end up fluttering around for a bit and then landing back where you started, at least having that chance to fly away, to look at it from a higher perspective, right? To put that hermit back the way he's meant to be. Look at it from a higher perspective and see, truly see and admit to yourself if that's a place that you want to land again. And be brave. Change is scary. Change requires faith in yourself. Um, it requires you to bet on yourself, to have courage that whatever comes next has to be different, has to be better, has to be a fresh start, a new start. It has to be better than where you are. If where you have been really has been this, this inverted world and this loss and sadness and turmoil. So I hope that resonated for someone. For those of you who are manifesting a new beginning in love or in passion, or for those of you who have been pouring into your own self with self love, self care, putting your needs first, setting boundaries, um, giving yourself the chance to spread your wings and really see what you are capable of and what you are made of. Keep going. Keep going. I'm proud of you. Your higher self is proud of you. The angels, the universe, whatever you believe in, the higher powers are proud of you. This is what we came to earth for, was to push this, to push ourselves into growth. And the only way to grow is to leap, spread our wings and fly. So yeah, that's the message for today. New beginnings will come in for you if you are brave enough to seek them. So thank you again for tuning in. I hope this message resonated with somebody. If so, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments or follow along for more videos. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.